What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Let's Get It Gaming Daily News with your boy Joe. We have 6 stories on the list for today, Tuesday, June 4th, 2024. I don't know how interesting these stories are. They're somewhat interesting, but they aren't all bewildering. It was not that much news that dropped today. But I got some decent stories I think that you guys would all be interested in hearing. So let's jump in to story number 1. This comes from GameSpot's George Yang. Destiny fans think dev is teasing a new project with cryptic tweets. Destiny fans think that Bungie developer is teasing something related to the series, possibly a third mainline entry through a series of cryptic tweets. Destiny executive producer Luke Smith took to Twitter to talk about Destiny 2's most recent expansion, The Final Shape. And quote, "Our hope is always the same with Destiny games. Expansion seasons, DLC, exotic missions, secret missions, in-game events, merchandise," he said. "We generally hope you enjoy the time you spend with it. Anything we've made or will make, that's the hope," end quote. Fans noted that he capitalized the word hope. Interesting. 3 times, and think that Smith is hinting at Destiny 3. Is currently unknown whether the Final Shape will be the last expansion of Destiny 2, but Bungie said that it is far from being the end of the game. Bungie is already working on a reboot of the Marathon series, this time as a multiplayer extraction shooter. It was revealed in May 23rd, 2023, and doesn't have a release window yet. Back in 2019, when Bungie split with Destiny's previous publisher, Activision, and analysts predict that Destiny 3 would be released in 2020. Clearly, that did not happen, but Destiny 3 could still be possible within the next several years. Jesus. Destiny 2's The Final Shape expansion is now available for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox for GameSpot. For GameSpot's The Final Shape preview coverage, to check out the link below. Blah, blah, blah. This I just threw in there because I know there's a lot of Destiny fans out there, and I love a good speculation and love a good rumor. So maybe there's going to be a Destiny 3 coming soon. Maybe we'll get some Destiny 3 news at Summer Games Fest, but only time will tell. Before I jump into this next story, I do apologize if I sound terrible. My allergies are brutal, my friends. They are so terrible. I can barely breathe right now. My face feels like I got punched. It's aggressive, but I just wanted to clarify that if I was sounding a little out of breath and nasally, stuffy, blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. It's awful. It sucks, but let's jump into story number 2. This comes from GameSpot's Darren Bonthus. Hitman 3 is reloading for another run at VR Assassinations. Hitman 3 has been announced on the MetaQuest 3 headset, with the version rebuilding the 2021 game to create a new experience developed by XR Games in collaboration with IO Interactive. Hitman 3 VR Reloaded also brings some John Woo energy to the mix, as well as you'll be able to dual wield guns for the first time. XR Games says that it will add a new dimension to the strategic gameplay of Hitman, and as seen in the debut trailer, you can swiftly assassinate 2 enemies at the same time with a pair of 47 signature silver baller pistols. Other changes included a brand new cell-shaped art style, environments enhanced with more interactive elements, an overhaul user interface for VR, and improved movement options to make it easier to weave through environments. XR Games added that it has also implemented visual enhancements and refined gameplay mechanics, amongst many other tweaks to Hitman 3. This isn't the first time that Hitman 3 has been adapted for VR. It's playable in this mode on PS4, PS5 via backwards compatibility, and PC, but this appears to be a more focused approach in creating a more immersive version of the game. The game is now available for pre-order on the Meta Horizon store ahead of its summer 2024 launch, and interested players can grab it at a 10% discount as part of the early bird special. I haven't played the VR version of this game, but I actually want to check it out. I know I keep saying I'm going to do VR content. I know I keep saying I'm going to do other stuff. I'm trying, guys. I really am trying to do that. I just don't have a lot of time right now. But I promise I will keep making these videos. I will keep expanding, and I will keep grinding out content because I truly do love doing it, and I truly want to do more. But enough of my blabber-labbing. Let's jump into story number 3. This comes from IGN's Daniel Robson. Like a Dragon Yakuza live-action series announced for Amazon Prime Video this fall. Amazon has announced an original live-action series for Prime Video based on Sega's successful Like a Dragon game series, previously known as Yakuza. Simply titled Like a Dragon, Yakuza and including 6 episodes. The original series is directed by Mashura Take, best known for his drama series The Naked Director. Made in Japan, the series stars the hugely popular Japanese drama and stage actor Ryoma Takachini in the role of Kazuma Kiryu. Like a Dragon Yakuza will be available on Prime in over 240 countries and territories worldwide, released in 2 batches on October 25th and November 1st, 2024. A new story loosely based on the original Yakuza. The live-action crime suspense series is based on an original screenplay loosely inspired by the first game in the series 2005 Yakuza. It will be set mainly in the Kamurocho Entertainment District, straight from the games, and follow Kairu's and 3 of his childhood friends in 2 time periods, 1995 and 2005. Similar to the game's protagonist, Kairu is described in show's press release as a fearsome and peerless Yakuza warrior with a strong sense of justice, duty, and humanity, and the story will deal with the repercussions of his actions in the 2 time periods. Takuchi commented that the show will include intense fighting scenes, alluding to a wild action the series is famed for. The series was announced today at a press conference and at the picturesque Hotel Gyojin, Tokyo. At the event, Takuchini and Take discussed the process of adapting the acclaimed game series for a live-action drama. Speaking of the tattoo on his back and speculating his body for the role as seen in the key visual image released today, Takuchi said, "You can't play Kairo Kazuma without getting into shape, so I knew I had to throw myself into it. This was a job not only for me, but also for the costume and makeup teams. It took 2.5 hours just to prepare for this shot." He added, "It's partly Kairu Kazuma and it's partly me. I got so close to that part that it was hard to distinguish where he ended and I began. That included getting into shape for the part, the costume, and so on. Rather than acting the part of Kairu, I feel like he became part of the family." Director Take said, "Having someone with such a large physique presence at Takuchi makes all the difference. I understand that he knows his body better than anyone, so I left it to him to get into shape. Takuchi did all the action himself as well. It was improvised." Of Kairo's place in the story, Take said, "In 1995, the protagonist is still young, and he makes a lot of mistakes in 3. These lead to him spending a decade in prison and consequences he faces when he gets out in 2005. I tried to show those differences in 2 time periods, and the cast helped to achieve this as well, taking their positions in front of a golden folding screen emblazoned with a dragon reminiscent of the tattoo on Kairu's back. The actor and director made a symbolic prayer for the show's success." This sounds pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. I've never played the Yakuza games, but I love a good action movie. And if it's just going to be some fighting and awesome badassery, I am all in. So I will definitely be checking this out and giving you guys a review on what my thoughts of the show. But let's jump into story number 4. This comes from IGN's Rebecca Valentine. Behavior Interactive lays off up to 95 workers, mostly in Montreal. Dead by Daylight developer Behavior Interactive is laying off up to 95 of its employees, most of them based in Montreal, in its second round of layoffs this year. In a press release shared by the company today, Behaviors explained that the layoffs were driven by a need to focus on its historical strengths in the last 5 years. The company said it has grown from 575 employees to 1,300 individuals. However, due to unprecedented competition, Behavior is undergoing multiple strategic changes to better distinguished its different business divisions. It's doing this by laying off up to 95 individuals across multiple departments, 70 of whom are being laid off from the company's Montreal office in January. Behavior laid off 45 individuals from its Montreal office, citing changing market conditions. However, Behavior has also been on a bit of a speeding spree of late. Just this past March, it acquired Fly Studio in Montreal in 2023. The company acquired both Sock Money Studios and Code Glue and spun up a new studio in Cornwall. And before that, in 2022, Behavior acquired Midwinter Entertainment and opened a new office in Toronto. Behavior has stated that the development of the Dead by Daylight will not be impacted by the layoffs. Just yesterday, Dead by Daylight got its official Dungeons & Dragons chapter release. This continues on an ongoing trend of industry layoffs that have been steady for nearly 2 years, resulting in over 10,000 individuals losing their jobs in 2023. And an additional 10,000 layoffs in just the first half of this year, though largely attributed to pandemic overspending. Developers said the reasons are far more varied and complex and have a dramatic and painful impact on individuals. I know I keep repeating this. This sucks. It's terrible. I hate to hear that more people are getting laid off. But again, as I've said multiple times now, it is just happens to be the state of our economy, the state of the world right now. It is not in the best shape. Regardless of that, I hope all these people get better opportunities in other companies. There is plenty of opportunities out there, I am sure. As I've said already before, we got to try and look at all this as a glass half full. Although they might be laid off from these studios, they do have the opportunity now to explore other opportunities in other development studios and expand their portfolios and skill set in different types of games, and good to enjoy something different, which is not always a bad thing. That being said, it still is unfortunate. I hate that more people are losing their jobs. It is unfair, and it is a true struggle for an insane amount of people, but I really do hope the best for every single one of these people affected by this decision. And I have full hope that they will find careers in other parts of the gaming industry. Let's jump into story number 5. This comes from Game Rant by James Ratcliffe. Twitch is getting more expensive in 35 countries. Twitch has announced that the price of Tier 1 subscriptions will be increased in 35 countries, including the US, New Zealand, Brazil, and various European nations. Starting July 11th, the Twitch subscription price increase will vary depending on each user's home country, with US-based users going from $4.99 to $5.99 monthly for each Tier 1 subscription. The move comes months after Twitch already increased the price of Tier 1 subscriptions on March 28th for users in the UK, Canada, and Australia. The price increase will automatically apply to users with recurring subscriptions with no further action needed. According to Twitch, the price increase was done in response to the increased cost of living and to bolster streamer revenue. However, Twitch pointed out that the price increase for users in the US and various parts of Europe were imminent, but did not specify that the time when those changes would take effect. Despite Twitch not being a profitable company, the Amazon-owned streaming service is still taking steps to keep streamers on the platform. According to a Twitch support post, Tier 1 monthly subscriptions will go from $4.99 to $5.99 starting Thursday, July 11th. As with the March 28th price bump, Twitch subscribers will not need to take any action to see changes in their subscriber fees. However, an email from Twitch to users in affected countries stated that a price increase will not affect Tier 2 or Tier 3 subscriptions at this time of writing. Those subscriptions will retain their monthly rates of $9.99 and $24.99 in the U.S. Prime subscription on Twitch will also remain as it is. As I've said before, unfortunately, these are the things that these companies keep doing. Things are going to go up. As I said in the last video, I'm pretty sure Game Pass is probably going to have an increase by the end of the year. It's good that they're increasing it if it is truly going to go to the streamers and mean they can make more money on the content they're creating, because they are the ones who drive the audience on the platform, right? So they deserve to get paid for the content that they're creating that keep people on the platform. It does suck for those who don't want to spend the extra dollar, but it's just one of those things. You have no control over it, and you want to keep supporting your Twitch streamers. So you got to kind of keep cough it up or bail out. But it is what it is. Let's jump into our sixth and final story. This comes from Game Rant's John Bonelli. June 7th could be a big day for Skate 4. EA might be preparing the final show of Skate 4, officially known simply as Skate, at the upcoming Summer Games Fest showcase. It's been well over 10 years since Skate 3, which was released in 2010. Since then, fans of skateboarding games have been clamoring for the next Skate installment, as the game as a whole sadly fizzled out during the 2010s. 11 years after Skate 3 in 2021, EA announced it had spun up a new studio named Full Circle to handle development of the brand new Skate 4. It's since been confirmed that to be a free-to-play and will look to lean into the live service style experience. Skate 4 was being play tested as early as 2022, and a portion of its open world map was leaked online just last year. EA and Full Circle have largely kept major details about the game and its world airtight since its announcement, though they're now beginning to give fans just a bit more. Now, in the lead up to the Summer Games Fest on June 7th, the Skate 4 Twitter account is getting up to some interesting antics. The entire account has transformed into that of a fictional corporation named M Corp, a conglomerate based on Skate 4's San Vansterdam City. One recent tweet links to M Corp website, which is drenched in full fun 1990s style pop-up ads. That site leads to Skate 4 real website, which encourage fans to sign up for the playtest the game as it continues to be developed. I just want to throw this in here because I enjoyed the Skate 3 game. I used to play it, I believe I played it on, was it 360? Might have played it on 360. It was always fun. It's a fun game to play around with. It's a fun game to just do whatever you want. It's a fun game to make some moderately fun content and just relax and have a good time. So that's exciting. Hopefully we'll get some more news on it at Summer Game Fest. But until Summer Games Fest arrives, that is going to do it for this episode of the Let's Get It Gaming Daily News. If you managed to stick around to the end of this video, I love you and I appreciate you. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that like button, give me that subscribe, and hit that little notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. I do apologize. As I said yesterday, I have been very tired. I am feeling groggy as heck with these allergies. It is driving me up the wall. I am struggling to stay functioning, but I'm going to keep pushing through so I could keep putting out content for you guys. And I truly do hope you are enjoying it. More fun stuff is to come. I promise you. I know I keep saying it, but I promise you more stuff is going to come sooner than later. Just bear with me as I try to get my schedule put together to make all these things happen. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. And remember, I love you, I respect you, and I appreciate you. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace, and keep on gaming.